Welcome back here to South Bend, Indiana and the Byers Softball Complex for game number 7 of the 2026 USA Softball National Championship. And it will be the home team you see in the field right now, the Bear Creek Express against Sandlot Merchants. We'll get a quick look at the weather. 26 degrees Celsius as it sits right now, light winds, and there is rain in the forecast. The skies have been getting darker all day. We've avoided it thus far. Let's see what happens. Here's the lineup for the Sandlot Merchants. Andre Hoover, Zachary Shirk, Ryan Sheffer will lead things off here in the first. Kyle Alshley, Juan Vallet, Julian Fernandez, Dustin Houts, Ryan Nolt, and Elias Gaiman rounding things out. I just had a look at the radar, and if we avoid the rain, we should also go buy a lotto ticket here tonight. Outfield for Bear Creek, Yusuke Morita of Japan is in left, Yusuf Davis of the United States in center, Callum Bichel of Australia in right. We've got a real United Nations going on here. David Galeno's at short, Cody Panabecker is at third, Molander Pinto on the right side. Jack Burt from Australia is catching for Ty Sebastian of Canada. Sebastian, one of the rare pitchers that will hit for himself, and he is a dangerous hitter as well. Sandlot had a extra inning win in their first game this morning. It was a fun one. They walked it off on a throwing error as Andre Hoover will swing at the first pitch, foul it away. Big challenge ahead for Sandlot here this evening. Sebastian dots the outside corner with a drop ball for a called strike. One more game after this game on this diamond. There's a game and a half left on the other diamond as well, as we've had nothing but good softball so far here today, day one from South Bend. Hoover lets this one from Sebastian go. Lots of rain in the forecast for tomorrow. Organizers actually took 2 of the winners bracket games that were scheduled for tomorrow afternoon and put them at the end of the day today. That's why we will have 2 8 p.m. scheduled starts, although as you can see, 6:45 Eastern, the last game on this diamond will not start at 8 p.m. I don't deal in guarantees, but I can guarantee that. Maybe at 8:05. Now, probably looking closer to a 9 p.m. start for that one. But we'll see. This is flared on the left side over, and Galeno will call off Panabecker, and there's quickly one away. That will bring in Zachary Shirk, the designated player, second consecutive left-handed hitter in the lineup for the Sandlot Merchants. Sheffer on deck is a righty. Ty Sebastian deals to Jack Burt. And this is lifted out into short left field, a first pitch single, and overrunning it is Morita. And Shirk will advance to second on the error by Yusuke Morita. Don't see a whole lot of defensive miscues, although Morita doesn't play defense all the time, especially not for the Japanese national team. So an opportunity to strike early with a runner in scoring position for the number 3 batter, Ryan Sheffer. First pitch from Sebastian is outside. High and outside on Sheffer. Plenty of Australian flavor on this Bear Creek roster. Rise ball swinging and missing is Sheffer. You've got Keenan Molander over at second base. Jack Burt behind the plate. Colin Bieshel is in right. It is early Saturday morning for our friends down under, so if you're tuned in, welcome. Happy to have you along. Strike called on the inside corner. Speaking of Australia, I'm very fortunate in my civilian life to work for a company that's based in Melbourne. And it is certainly one of my favorite places in the entire world. On the ground up the middle, this is going to get through, and this is going to score a run. And the Sandlot Merchants strike early to take a 1-0 lead. An RBI single by Ryan Sheffer. Back-to-back singles against Ty Sebastian. This one, it's a drop ball that catches way too much of the zone. Hangs a little bit. And the Merchants are out to an early lead. First pitch swinging, Kyle Oshley. And that's a foul ball. That's outside for a ball. A couple of strong arms on the bench for Bear Creek as well. Carlos Parra, Liam Potts. Two of the up-and-coming superstars of the game, both Parra and Potts.
Now batting the catcher, number 18, Kyle O'Shea.
Were in the U23 World Cup. In fact, they met each other in a very intense bronze medal game. Two and two the count on the catcher for the Sandlot Merchants as they look to get to Ty Sebastian early. Going outside. Drop ball inside for ball 4. And the Merchants are cooking here. We're going to get a runner for the catcher at first. And Juan Vala will come to the plate. Chance to break this one open.
13, Juan Vala. Now at the plate. Kerber, number 5, now running first base.
As you hear, Matthew Kerber is the runner. And can the Merchants tack on? They've already got one across here. Flared but foul on the right side. There's some Northeast drillers are actually still hanging around. Andre Hoover, the first hitter, popped up to shortstop, and then it was single walk. Vala chases a rise ball. Foul tip on the rise. Burt can't hang on. A real nice mix of young stars and veterans on this Bear Creek Express roster. Got a guy like Yusuf Davis out in center field who's been around for a long time. Luigi Pinto over at first base. Good command of the strike zone by these hitters from the Sandlot. Not chasing against the hard-throwing Sebastian. And that's inside. Got another Craig Crest sighting. Craig is at every softball tournament everywhere in the world, I think. From USA Softball, also on the WBSC Executive. And Ty Sebastian will get a swing and a miss from Vala for the second out of the inning. A good at-bat from Juan Vala.
Now batting, number 27, left fielder Julian Fernandez.
Rise ball outside, gets the swing and the miss. Here's Julian Fernandez, the left fielder. On the ground to third. Pannebecker will let that go foul. Fernandez in on the hands, fouls it back. Sandlot jumping out to a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. Ty Sebastian having to battle on the mound. Trying to get Fernandez and end the threat after surrendering just one. That's up for a ball. I'm very impressed by the discipline of the hitters from the Sandlot here, going up against one of the top-ranked teams in the world and not showing any fear. Carlos Parra is starting to get loose now for Bear Creek down the left field side. And I mean just starting to get loose. He's actually throwing overhand right now. Team double knockout tournament here. Sandlot moved ahead in the winner's bracket by virtue of their extra inning win in the 1 p.m. game earlier today. Bear Creek, based on their ranking, and of course it's hard to do an 11-team bracket where everybody plays the same number of games, were recipients of a bye, so this is their first time on the diamond today. And that's shot through the left side and takes a crazy hop. Morita's going to come up throwing, but it is not in time. RBI single for Julian Fernandez. That took a crazy hop on the way out of the infield. And Morita's very lucky that it didn't get past him and go all the way to the wall. Take another look here. There it is. You see it squirt right up in the air. And it's the 7th batter, Dustin Houts. He takes a hack at the first pitch he sees as they look to jump all over Ty Sebastian here in the first inning. 3 hits for the Sandlot Merchants. One walk issued by Sebastian and 2 runs in. And already this will be the 29th pitch for Ty Sebastian. And that nearly hits Dustin Houts. Changeup called strike. Talked about the skies getting dark. The lights have started to come on here at the complex as we are just before 7 p.m. local time. That's up and out of the zone. Long inning on the mound for Ty Sebastian, and I don't think many observers would have expected this first inning to go this way. This is going to go to the screen and move both runners up into scoring position now, as it gets past Jack Burt. Bear Creek's going to want to be careful here. Another hit, and they could be down by 4. Dustin Houts, the first baseman. It's just a piece. Sebastian taking a little bit of extra time to work over that ball. Steps on the mound, grabs the Gorilla Gold. And this is through the right side. This is going to score one more. Here comes the throw. Make it a 2-run single for Dustin Houts. The Sandlot Merchants are up 4-0. A changeup hanging in the zone. And Ty Sebastian has been shelled here in the first inning. And that's going to be it. Ty Sebastian will get 2 outs and he will exit the game. We'll take a quick break. The Sandlot Merchants up 4 in the top of the first. Well, in what can be described as nothing but a shocking development, Ty Sebastian shelled for 4 runs and leaves after just 2/3 of an inning. 4 hits, a walk, and 4 runs, and he is also responsible for Dustin Houts over on first base. Rise ball that Ryan Nolt chases wildly out of the zone. Liam Potts, young left-hander from New Zealand, looking to stop the bleeding here. And he will, pulling the string and getting Ryan Nolt to chase for strike 3. But not before the Sandlot Merchants put up a 4-spot in the top of the first, highlighted by this Dustin Houts 2 RBI single. So we'll take a look at the batting order for the Bear Creek Express, who have spotted the Sandlot Merchants a 4-run advantage. Callum Bichel, Yusuke Morita, and Ty Sebastian are the top 3. Luigi Pinto will bat in the 4 spot. Alan Salgado is the designated player. I've got a feeling that Liam Potts had to come in there, so we might see some maneuvering of the lineup to keep Sebastian in the order. David Galeno, Cody Panabecker, Jack Burt, and Yusuf Davis. That is the lineup they submitted. Defensively, Julian Fernandez, Juan Vala, Andre Hoover in the outfield, Ryan Nolt, Elias Gaiman up the middle. Ryan Sheffer, Dustin Houts in the corners, and Kyle Oshleg is catching for Eric Chaparro. So for Chaparro, this is as good as it gets for you, and I think this is what the conversation is now, is talking about how Ty Sebastian will stay in the lineup. They made the pitching change, but I wonder if in that change they did not consider the fact that he's listed as the pitcher and not the designated player in this game. So this may take a minute. And that's the delay. And this is going to be communicated now, I believe, over to the Sandlot Merchants before we see Callum Bichel.
Here on ABI, I want to thank the ground crew. Did an excellent job today, guys. Thank you.
You might have heard over the loudspeaker thanking the grounds crew. One of the unique features of the grounds crew here is they don't have to put down the lines. What do you mean, Chris? There's a robot that puts down all these lines, these chalk lines. I've never seen it. It's unbelievable. And between games sometime, just stick around and watch while the stream is on, and you will see it. It's it's frankly wild. All right. So Callum Bichel will lead things off. Bichel will face Eric Chaparro. And Chaparro's throwing hard. Gets that over for a strike. Just a couple of weeks ago, Chaparro was the MVP pitcher at the Osable Forks Classic, where the Sandlot Merchants walked away with the win in the final over the Kingston Axemen of Ontario, Canada. So Chaparro with a 4-run lead. This lineup for Bear Creek is with all due respect to Kingston, a little more formidable, but you've got a good arm on the mound. This could be an upset brewing. Changeup is up for a ball. This is sent out to center field on a line. Tracking back is Juan Vala, and he'll make the play. A loud first out off the bat of Callum Bichel. So here comes the man with one of the more unique batting stances in all of softball. Yusuke Morita has that praying mantis style in the box. Big part of the Japanese national team is Morita. Also, one of the most personable players you will find around the ballpark. He is a ton of fun. Slow roller to first. Houts will grab it and scamper over to the bag. Quickly, there's two away. Talk more about Morita as the tournament goes on this week. But this is exactly what you want on the mound if you're Eric Chaparro. So with two down, it is Ty Sebastian. That's in the dirt for a ball. Another one in the dirt. Sebastian leaves it down. Changeup, short hop, tough play at second. Sticking with it and making the play is Elias Gaiman. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Express here in the bottom of the first after one complete. The Sandlot Merchants ahead 4-0. So Dustin Wienhoff comes off the bench and will replace Keenan Molander in the lineup. Ty Sebastian moves to second base. And I think what happened is with the Potts substitution last inning, they didn't consider that Sebastian was in the lineup as the pitcher, so he had to re-enter the game to hit. And therefore, they had to go to another pitcher. And they didn't go to Carlos Parra because presumably they'd want him tonight in their next game. Well, well, well. 9-1-2 batting for the Sandlot Merchants. That's a nice pitch from Veenhoff right there. So in the, I guess, shock of the moment of Sebastian getting hit hard, and speaking of getting hit hard, it's a leadoff single through the left side. The 5th hit of the game for the Sandlot Merchants once through the order. And that's a big boy hit right there. So back to the top for Andre Hoover. And he takes ball 1 low. Hoover popped out to David Galeno at short in his first at-bat. Foul back to the screen. Well outside for a ball. Straight call. Taking all the way was Andre Hoover there. And that's shot to the right side, but Sebastian makes a diving play, and he highlights the fact that he did. Real nice play. Off on the pitch was Gaiman, and it's a double play. Nice job by Ty Sebastian to get down and make that catch. Again, a solid piece of hitting from Hoover. And maybe a little over aggressive on the base paths, and there you see the runner. Thought Sebastian might take that over and have an unassisted double play, but regardless, there's 2 down for Zachary Shirk. So with 2 down, Zachary Shirk is at the plate. He singled and scored the first run in the first inning. In on the hands, foul back to the screen. So if you're just joining us, the Sandlot Merchants put up a 4-spot, knocked Ty Sebastian out of this game after going just 2/3 in the first. Liam Potts came in to get the last out, and then Dustin Veenhoff has come in to pitch. Sebastian at second. And Keenan Molander started the game as the flex, has been subbed out. Bienhoff is in his spot in the lineup. All this, and we're just in the second inning. 2-2 the count on the Sandlot designated player, Zachary Scherk. And that's back up the middle. Sebastian has to go to his right, but he will not be able to get it over in time. And the Sandlot Merchants brought their hitting shoes today. Scherk is 2 for 2. A nice job by Sebastian to keep that on the infield, but he can't get back to his feet and make the throw. So it's Ryan Sheffer. He had an RBI single. To get all this going for the Merchants. That's a nice drop ball on the inside corner for a called strike. Check swing, they'll look down at first, and yes, he did for strike 3. So the Sandlot will get a couple of more hits here in the second, but that will be it. Nothing across. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning. Luigi Pinto, Alan Salgado, and David Galeno due up for Bear Creek when we come back. The hard-hitting Luigi Pinto will lead things off for Bear Creek in the second. Eric Chaparro got the express 1-2-3. The bottom of the first. Fly out and a couple of ground outs. Another one on the ground, and that's another tough play, and played well at second by Elias Gimen. Inside drop ball that had a little bit of a cut to it as well. Here's Alan Salgado, member of the U.S. men's national team at the most recent Pan American Championship. Played in Monteria, Colombia back in February, I think. It's been a lot of softball this year. Monteria hosted the Pan American Championship, then a couple hours down the road in Sincelejo for the U23 at the end of March, beginning of April. Salgado on the ground to Dustin Houts. 5 up, 5 down for Eric Chaparro. Chaparro with the lead is pitching to contact here now. Change up that time. And with 2 outs, it'll be the shortstop, the Venezuelan national, David Galeno. Left hang in there for a second. Galeno and Pinto back with the national team squad after missing the World Cup last year. Venezuela winning the men's softball World Cup in Prince Albert, Canada. Change up, and Galeno sends it deep and gone.
David Galeno with the home run.
That hung up, and Galeno made no mistake about it, cutting the deficit to 3 with a home run that got out of here in the blink of an eye. Changeup had been working for Chaparro until then. About 265 feet to right. So with 2 down and 1 in now, it's Cody Panabecker, another member of the U.S. men's national team, as we see the home run trough from Galeno. That's a hard drop ball in for a strike from Chaparro. Nice pitch, drop ball in the outside corner. That is just outside. Earlier today, the Merchants walked it off in extra innings, 5-4 over the Bar Blues. Right here on this diamond. And after the home run, Panabecker will earn a walk against Chaparro. I'll bring up the catcher, Jack Burt. On the other diamond, quick game. The Bear Creek Gremlins defeated the Kegel Black Knights 7-0. So the Gremlins will move on in the winners bracket. And I believe they will play the winner of this game at 8 p.m. Bird chases a drop ball for a swinging strike. Eric Chaparro and the Sandlot Merchants looking to hold it here after allowing 1 run in the bottom of the second on the David Galeno homer. And they will. Eric Chaparro picks up his first strikeout as he sits down Jack Burt to end the inning. Bear Creek will answer back, though. David Galeno with this rocket of a home run to right field, and it's 4-1 after 2. right, we head to the top of the third inning with the Sandlot Merchants ahead 4-1 over the Bear Creek Express. So it will be the 4, 5, 6 hitters. And that was a home run swing if I've ever seen one. Kyle Oshlet comes up empty. Not up there swinging for singles, that's for sure. But with the couple of swings he did take, he ended up almost out of the batter's box. And it's hard to make contact when that's the, oh, I apologize, I was getting the name wrong. It's O'Shell. And thank you to a viewer on YouTube for pointing that out. I did not have a chance to chat with the team before the game as it's been fast and furious back to back. O'Shell will foul it away. Still not sure how you get O'Shell out of that, but I do respect the O'Shell family, and I will continue to say it that way. High drop ball. Too high. Dustin Veenhoff, the third pitcher of the game for the Bear Creek Express. Ty Sebastian started and was tagged for 4 runs. Liam Potts came in, faced 1 batter, and then Veenhoff came on to start the second, and the second inning in a row, the Sandlot Merchants have the leadoff man aboard. And we'll get a courtesy runner for the catcher, O'Shell. That was never a strike, easy take. Juan Vala struck out in his last at-bat. That was against Ty Sebastian back in the first inning. And hitters count for Vala. Two and 0, he was taking a hack. Missed it, now 2-1. That's outside, 3-1. Veenhoff walked the first batter of the inning. He's fallen behind the second. Skied out towards center. Yusuf Davis got a beat on it, and he'll make the play. Runner tags and slides in safely. No short of aggression on the base pass from the Sandlot Merchants. Well done. Courtesy runner Matthew Kerber making himself useful as a courtesy runner. This is rarely a play where you'd see somebody tag. Medium depth fly ball challenging the arm of Yusuf Davis, who makes a good throw, but not good enough. First pitch swinging, Fernandez. And it's caught by Panabecker for the second out. Here's Dustin Houts. He had a 2 RBI single to break the game open back in the first inning. And he's up with a runner in scoring position again, this time facing the left-hander, who grooves one for strike one. Change up has Houts out in front for a swing and a miss. Flared to the left side. This is going to get down foul. A little bit of a delay here as Veenhoff gets back on the mound. That misses. They're going to check down at third. Did not go. Just inside. Sandlot looking to add on. And Houts will foul it away. Check swing, takes it low, the last down at third again. Did not swing. Houts on the ground out to second. And Sebastian bobbles it. Throw across, and a tough game for Ty Sebastian continues. What looked like a routine ground ball to second. It did take a bit of a hop, and Sebastian couldn't recover from it. So Houts is aboard. Here's another look. Two hopper, he backed up, and it didn't come up the way he thought it would. And as he had to reach down to make the play, he bobbles it. Tries back across. And here's Ryan Nolt. Opportunity here again for the Sandlot to cash. Runners on the corners. And first pitch is scorched foul on the right side. Houts looking to go halfway and try to create some chaos. They'll let him go on down to second on defensive indifference. And now two more in scoring position for the Sandlot. Ryan Nolt. Big moment in this game. In the dirt, nice pick by Jack Burt. Keep in mind, we've got the courtesy runner down at third base in the form of Kerber. with speed. Foul tip. This was all set up by Kerber on that fly ball to Yusuf Davis, taking advantage, taking the extra 60 feet. And that's been the story of this one. The Sandlot ready to go. Bear Creek looking a little disjointed. Count 2-2 on Ryan Nolt. And Veenhoff will bear down and get the strikeout to end the inning. Sandlot, though, playing with all kinds of confidence here. They have built a 3-run lead. They won't tack on, as the drop ball will get Bear Creek out of the inning. It'll be the 9-1-2 hitters coming up for the Bear Creek Express in the bottom of the third. Yusuf Davis strides to the plate. Davis, one of my favorite players to watch, if I'm being honest. Great outfielder, speed, can play the small game. He's got unsuspecting power as well. Real great addition to any roster that he's on. Kind of guy his teammates rally around as well. And he'll lead things off, trying to get the Bear Creek Express back into this ball game. With the lineup they have, they're never out of a game, but you get 21 outs just like everybody else. They've only got 15 left. Here, Chaparro back on the mound for his third inning of work. Davis is seeing it well, though. That's a great pitch by Chaparro. That's a tough one for anybody to hit. Fouled off sharply on the left side as Davis was well behind that offering from Chaparro. Getting on the time of night where hitting becomes a little more difficult as well. The sun is gone, night is falling. And despite the optic ball, it's just a little bit tougher for your eyes to adjust this time. The lights are on, but it's not dark. And again, Davis behind on Chaparro, but stays alive with the foul ball. The game between the Northeast Drillers and the Hill United Chiefs is underway on the other diamond, as that diamond is moving much quicker than this one today. Full count now on Yusuf Davis, as that just missed outside. Rochelle wanted that call. Chopper to short and over the head of Ryan Nolt. All he can do is watch it go, and Yusuf Davis is aboard with a leadoff single. And for the first time today, Bear Creek has the leadoff hitter aboard. So now back to the top of the order, and Callum Bischel flew out to center to start the game on a sharply hit ball. Davis always a threat to run, but down 3 with the top of the order coming up might not be the time. That's going to miss low. Chaparro's 1-1 on the ground and through. Another ball that took a big hop and went over the infield, and it's back-to-back singles to start the third for Bear Creek. And dare I say, the Bear has awoken from hibernation. Drop ball that caught way too much of the plate. And now it's 2 on, nobody out for Yusuke Morita. Morita grounded out to first in his first at-bat. Second time through now against Eric Chaparro for Bear Creek. Chaparro takes a little extra to read the playbook on his arm. He's flapping around out there. Morita shows bunts and comes up empty. Just because he showed it the first time doesn't mean he's not going to jump all over the next pitch. If you're on the infield for the Sandlot, you need to be aware, especially on the right side. He's got that prototypical Japanese swing. And they swing hard to the right side. This one's to the left. Second for 1, back to first. And a nice job by Houts to get up and keep that from going to the screen. Bischel will be retired on the fielder's choice. Good hands by Ryan Nolt at short. One hopper has to deal with Davis running in his direction. And on the turn, here you can see it, wouldn't have been in time even if it was a perfect throw. So there's one away. Morita reaches on the fielder's choice. And now Ty Sebastian has an opportunity to atone for his start and drive in a few runs. First pitch swinging is fouled away. Sebastian grounded out to second on a hard hit ball in his first turn. Runner goes, and they'll let him. So Morita into scoring position as well. Davis at third, Morita at second, Ty Sebastian at the plate with an RBI opportunity. And Eric Chaparro finds himself in the middle of the Bear Creek order. And he's got multiple pages out there on his arm that he's trying to read through. They're trying to cycle through the signs with the runner on second base. And they've got it. Another foul ball as Sebastian seems to be a little bit behind it as well. Talked about Davis picking it up late. Same thing here, it seems, for Ty Sebastian. Yeah, smile from Chaparro into the catcher, but this is taking way too long for them to figure out the signs. And at some point here, Got to speed it up. Here's Chaparro. Change up. Picked by O'Shell. It's good for Chaparro that there's no pitch clock. That's going to get away from O'Shell, and Yusuf Davis in there quicker than you can say go. And that's the second run across for the Bear Creek Express on the wild pitch. Morita moves up to third on the play. We talked about the hitters not picking it up. Looked like O'Shell picked that up a little bit late on the way in as well. So it's now 4-2. And that's just outside. Swing and a miss. And Sebastian doesn't even bother to run down, although I'm not sure. Maybe O'Shell caught it. I'm going to have to take another look. He did. Nice. Second out of the inning. Big at bat here. Luigi Pinto could cut the deficit or even tie the game. And Chaparro hits his spot for strike one. Pinto grounded out to second in his first plate appearance. Chaparro comes set and delivers, still working away to Pinto, and I'd do the same thing. The danger is catching too much of the plate in this situation. First base is open. Alan Salgado on deck. Both formidable hitters. If it was me, I'd take my chances with Salgado. Come inside, though. They're challenging Pinto. On the ground is short, tough play. The throw picked in time. Ryan Nolt with a highlight defensive play to get his team out of the inning. Let's take another look at this. Chaparro, a drop ball out over the plate. Nolt has to time it, plants that right foot, and then the pick by Houts at first. Oh, doesn't get any better. 4-2 after 3 in South Bend. Dustin Veenhoef back out on the mound. And he'll face the 9-1-2 hitters, Elias Gaiman, Andre Hoover, and Zachary Shirk. Elias had a single his first time around, ended up being picked off on the double play. Veenhoef misses outside, and it is a leadoff walk. The third inning in a row that the Sandlot Merchants have put the first batter on base, and we're going to get another change here for Bear Creek now that the game has gotten a little bit tighter. And I guess it's going to be Carlos Parra. They're going through the entire rotation here. Is Parra coming in, or is this? Yeah, there is a change. Carlos Parra will come in to pitch. We'll take a quick break. You're watching the USA Softball Men's National Championship on Softball Premier TV and USA Softball TV. It will be the fourth pitcher of the game here in the fourth inning for Bear Creek. Carlos Parra, the Mexican right-hander.
SANDLOT, Andre Hoover.
First pitch to Hoover is inside. The changeup is Parra's bread and butter, but at the U23 World Cup a couple of months ago, he did not use it as often as he normally does. Another hard drop ball, that misses as well. Parra doesn't turn 20 until September and finds himself in the circle here at the men's level. The career highlight for him has to have been the win over Argentina in the Pan American Championship earlier this year, where he shut down a team that is a perennial contender. Talked earlier today about all the Argentinian national team players that are here. As Parra sends this to the screen, it gets away from Burt, and Gaiman's down to second here with nobody out in the fourth. So again, Sandlot Merchants have runners in scoring position for the third time in 4 innings. And they're at the top of the order. And it's a 4-pitch walk, or a 5-pitch walk to Andre Hoover. Back-to-back walks to start the inning, getting into the dangerous part of the order.
Next up for the Sandlot, number 24, Zach Shirk.
Zachary Shirk has 2 hits in 2 trips. In the dirt, and enough for Gaiman to head down to third on the wild pitch, as Parra and Burt are working it out right now. The Bear Creek infield playing back. They will concede a run on something to second or short. And Parra, who got ready in a hurry, is struggling with the strike zone. That one missed as well. And it's 3-0. Looking at the lineup sheet for the Bear Creek Express, I'd have to think that Ty Sebastian again would be the next option on the mound. Strike called to the knees. They've used Potts. They've used Veenhoof. They've used Parra. Runner goes, and it gets to the screen, and here comes the 5th run for the Sandlot Merchants. 3 consecutive walks to start this 4th inning, and back-to-back for Carlos Parra since coming into the game. And what at first was probably a, okay, guys, we need to wake up here for the Bear Creek Express, has quickly become, this is a problem. And the Sandlot Merchants are playing with a ton of confidence. Not a lot of household names in the softball world on this Sandlot roster. Certainly would have to be considered underdogs coming in. Not playing like it at all. Sheffer swings at the first pitch. Tough play coming across and in time by Panabecker. But that will move the runners up. And that's just the first out of the inning. Good, calm play by Cody Panabecker coming across in what feels like a very, very fast environment. Now the infield will come in for Bear Creek, and it's the cleanup hitter, Kyle O'Shell. O'Shell has walked both times. He's taken some big swings, and he'll take a strike at the knees. That's high and outside. 1-1. Chance to really put this one in cruise control if you're the Sandlot Merchants. A hit here, they could be up by 5. 6, by the way, O'Shell was swinging at that one. But I like it. He doesn't get cheated. High and outside, good eye. Three walks, already 1 in for the Sandlot this inning. Rise ball gets O'Shell chasing upstairs. And that's the second out, the first strikeout for Carlos Parra. So 2 down now and runners at second and third for Juan Vala. He's 0 for 2. Big opportunity here for the Merchants. They've already got 1 this inning. Anytime you get a chance to tack on against a world-class team like the Express, you need to do it. Parra wants a certain pitch. He's shaking off Burt. Parra, who struck out Kyle O'Shell, is now working on one for Juan Vala. And conversely, the way we saw the Sandlot going through the book, the Express using pitch comp. And Parra with an inside drop ball will get Vala swinging to end the inning. So after 3.5, it's Sandlot Merchants 5, Bear Creek Express 2. Five, 6, 7 hitters for the Express here in the bottom of the 4th. Alan Salgado, David Galeno, and Cody Hannebecker. First pitch to Salgado is high for a ball. Eric Chaparro back for his 4th inning of work. He's got 2 strikeouts on the ledger. allowed a home run to Galeno. He allowed a single to Yusuf Davis and a single to Callum Bichel. And he's fallen behind Alan Salgado. Plenty of power in this express order. It's a drop ball at the knees. Salgado's taking the entire way. And it's ball 4, low and outside. Leadoff man aboard again for Bear Creek. Going to get a runner for Salgado. Coming across the diamond to take over at first is Chase Konechny.
Now running at first base, Chase, number 7.
And if David Galeno does what he did last time, you could have left absolutely anybody out there to run. Galeno crushed a home run over the right field fence in his first at-bat. Chaparro wanted that a called strike, but O'Shell started to stand up, and O'Shell knows he blocked the umpire's view. You could see it explaining him to his pitcher. Turn around with a wry smile. From Chaparro's viewpoint, it looked like a strike, but catcher blocked out the umpire. Runner goes, Galeno swings, and that is a foul ball. Runner goes. It pulls the shortstop away from his position, and then Galeno hits it right where Ryan Nolt was. And he's 2 for 2. Konechny was off and running. He could have been at third, but because he was trying to steal, he dove into second base, and that's where he remains. So Cody Panabecker all of a sudden represents the tie-in run with nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. He turns, shows bunt, pushes one up the first baseline. It's a foul ball, and it's a good thing for the Sandlot that it was. Because that looked like it was on the line to me. I'll see if we got a view of it here. That was close. Obviously, I didn't have a good a look as the Blue Crew did down there on the field. Just went into foul territory. Good call. Good call. Panabecker down 0-2 after the foul ball. Can Chaparro wiggle his way through the bottom of this lineup? Maintain the lead for his club. Chopped. Foul. Another one that was coming back into fair territory. So Panabecker battling, down 0-2. Carl takes the signs, looks down, and then shakes it off. And this is why the pitch clock has come into the sport. What a vast difference. Bear Creek uses PitchCom, and Chaparro's out there trying to navigate like the cheat codes to the beginning of a video game by the looks of things here. Yeah, the umpires got to do something about this here. And they may have just put a ball on the count. Umpires are going to get together here. Because if that's an illegal pitch, the runners want to move up. But if they're just giving him a ball for delaying the game, that appears what it is. So 1-2 the count. 2-2. Normally, what you'll see is a catcher will do something like, forget these signs, the catcher will like hold his glove up or hold his glove down or put his hand somewhere on his right knee pad. But they're relying on the sign sequencing, and that takes a piece out of O'Shell. And he's slow to get up. Oh, that hurt. See if we can get another look at where it caught him. I've got an idea. He's back on his feet now, which is good. Let's see here. From the outfield camera. Oh! Duh! Right on the soft part of the inside thigh. Oh, there's going to be a bruise on that part of his leg tomorrow. Just comes straight down. Oh. Ouch. Yeah. I mean, there's worse places to get hit, but that's not a good one either. Panabecker fouls another one off, or we've got catcher's interference. So that will load the bases with nobody out. And they're calling Panabecker back to the plate. And now the umpires are going to get together again. See if we can see on the replay if there was catcher's interference or not. It was pretty clear on the discussion. So Panabecker reaches on catcher's interference. That loads the bases with nobody out. Just a little bit before that, Jaime. Oh. Got a pinch hitter for the Express. Tyrone Bartorillo, veteran. And he can change this game in a hurry. Hard on the ground to short. They go to second for one across the diamond and throw it away. A second run will score, and instead of coming home, the Merchants go to second, and it's a 5-4 game on the fielder's choice and throwing error. There was nobody out The play should have been to come home. And a mental error has changed the complexion of this ball game. So Bartarillo reaches on the fielder's choice. And now we're going to get another conversation amongst the umpires, likely to do with the slide at second. And they're going to say out at second, safe at first. Here's another look at the catcher's interference. Oh yeah, that was obvious. So we've got Yusuf Davis up. Jack Burt re-enters the game to run at first for Bartarillo. There's one out and a runner at first, and it's 5-4. First pitch change up to Yusuf Davis. And one of my favorite things about this sport is after there's been confusion and mistakes, the next pitch is a changeup. Nobody's ever ready for it. Fouled away. So Yusuf Davis singled and scored in the third. And Bear Creek has scored in each of the last 3 innings to cut the deficit to 1. Davis, did he check his swing? He did. Sandlot Merchants leading 5-4. Another changeup, and it's fouled away by Yusuf Davis, and he walks away with a big smile on his face. Yusuf probably just happy that that didn't dribble back to the mound and instead went foul. Chaparro tries it one more time, and it's in the dirt. Another changeup. If you're Davis, you might want to sit on that one now. Davis from Long Beach, California. Another foul ball on the left side. Got a couple of bronze medals with the men's national team. Something about Davis, he is also a photographer. And as he fouls that away. That's another photographer from Long Beach. So softball fans out there remember Jim and Maddie Flanagan. Maddie, an outstanding photographer. Hope you guys are watching. I miss you. It's been a while since we've been together in person. Yusuf Davis in a battle with Eric Chaparro. And Chaparro will win it. He gets Davis to chase on the outside corner for the second out of the inning.
Brings the bat, number 27, Cal Bishop.
Just another look at the strikeout pitch. And a floating rise ball off the plate. Callum Bichel. First pitch goes to the screen. And his countryman Jack Burt will move up to second base. Bichel, one of the leaders with the new group of players on the Australian men's national team. They had that core for so long with Adam Folkert and Andrew Kirkpatrick and Nick Shales, James Todhunter, all these guys that were around forever. Bichel part of the new wave for the Aussies. One thing that hasn't changed is they still have one of the best pitchers in the world in Jack Besgrove. And speaking of Jack Besgrove, winner of this game will meet his team next. Change up, back up the middle. Burt is around third. He's going to score, and this game is tied. Second hit of the game for Callum Bichel. This one has an RBI attached to it, and it's 3 across for the Express here in the fourth. And that's going to do it for Eric Chaparro. We'll take a quick break. You are watching the USA Softball Men's National Championship from South Bend, Indiana. So Eric Chaparro will depart here in the fourth inning after twice through the order plus one hitter. And we've got ourselves a tie game. Julian Fernandez comes in from left field to take over on the mound. The seventh batter of the inning for Bear Creek, Yusuke Morita. Morita reached on a fielder's choice and grounded out to first base. And takes a hard swing at that one, comes up empty. Morita slaps this one through the left side. Moving up to second is Bichel. And the Bear Creek offense is here now. Rise ball, and that's just where Morita likes it. And I've seen him do that too many times, slapping it the other way. So here's Ty Sebastian, who's 0 for 2. And he'll get his first look at Julian Fernandez. Tries to take a curveball in the outside corner, but it's a ball. That's never a strike, and Sebastian is in a hitter's count now, 2-0. Oh, nice job, Ty Sebastian, to control his bat there and not swing. That takes a lot of strength in the wrists not to commit to that one. And the count's 3-0. And Fernandez and O'Shell are trying to get on the same page with the signs. Every time there's been a runner at second base, it's caused confusion for the battery for the Sandlot Merchants. Sebastian taking all the way, and it gets away from O'Shell. Bichel up to third, Morita to second. And I think that was probably another cross-up between pitcher and catcher. Looked to me that O'Shell was looking for down, it went up. And Sebastian takes ball 4 high and outside. Loading the bases one more time. Second walk of the inning for Bear Creek to go along with 3 singles. And it's the 9th batter of the 4th inning, Luigi Pinto. Strike called, curveball outside corner. Pinto with an opportunity to give Bear Creek the lead. It would be the first lead of the game. They were down 4-0 and 5-2. They've come all the way back to tie it and are looking for more in the bottom of the 4th in a game that's already 1 hour and 45 minutes old. We're looking at a 3-hour job for sure. I shouldn't have talked about the other game starting maybe at 9. Pinto chases upstairs, and Fernandez will get his team out of the inning. Bear Creek will send 9 to the plate. They'll score 3. They'll tie the game. And this is now a 3-inning affair, 5-5 as we head to the 5th. Julian Fernandez, the pitcher. An RBI single came around to score in the first inning. Popped up to Cody Panabecker at third in his last appearance. We've got a brand new game. Carlos Parra's on the mound, and he's got Fernandez swinging at the first pitch. Oh, and 2. Parra gets Fernandez chasing outside, and it's a quick strikeout to start the top of the 5th. Bottom falls out of that pitch. Nice pick by Jack Burton, and he does a nice job to avoid the runner on the throw down. Seems like an eternity ago when Dustin Houts had that 2 RBI single back in the first. And Parra misses with the first pitch. Houts then reached on an error in his second plate appearance. First pitch was up, that was up even more. Parra from the first base side of the rubber, and he gets Houts swinging for strike 2. And it's back-to-back strikeouts to start the 5th inning for Carlos Parra as he's settling into a groove. Parra walked the first 2 hitters he faced and then has retired 5 in a row, 4 strikeouts in a row, as Houts was nowhere close to that rise ball. And Parra's gassing it up here now. You could tell that he had come into the game early. Didn't have a chance to get as loose as he wanted. Now he's feeling pretty good as he faces Ryan Nolt. Nolt is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. You don't have the radar over here, but I can tell you that Carlos Parra is popping the mitt with that drop ball right now. And popping the backstop with that one. 3-0 as Parra has fallen behind Knowles. We've been talking about the impending weather all day. So far, so good. Not had any delays. They've been threatening us, but none has come. That's a great pitch from Parra right there. I will say the forecast has not been updated for tomorrow. It still shows torrential rains. If anyone knows anything fun to do in South Bend, let us know. Might have some time on our hands tomorrow. Ryan Knoll takes a 2-out walk. And it'll be the 9 batter. Elias Gaiman to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. He's played really good defensively at second base as well. Takes one upstairs from Para for a ball. Sandlot Merchants jumped all over Ty Sebastian in the top of the first inning, built up a 4-0 lead. Bear Creek Express have chipped away, and scored runs in the last 3 innings to come all the way back and tie this game. On the other field right now, it's the Northeast Drillers and the Hill United Chiefs. Hill United doing what they do. They already won 1 run-shortened game today, and they've jumped out to a lead on the Drillers as well. Meanwhile, we're in the winner's bracket here, and winner's bracket action will continue after this game. Whoever wins this marathon will have a quick turnaround before they play the Bear Creek Gremlins. Yes, I'm still getting used to calling the Gremlins Bear Creek, as they represented New York for years and years and had so much success. As is the nature of these things, sponsorships change. And now representing Bear Creek. Shot foul. Para working out the mound. Jack Birch trying to throw the ball back to him, but Para's looking down at his shoes. And Para will win the battle with Elias Gaiman. His 3rd strikeout of the inning. He struck out 5 of the last 6 batters he faced. And when Carlos Para is rolling like that, he is dangerous. Oh, rise ball is the answer that time. We'll go to the bottom half of the 5th, and it will be Alan Salgado, David Galeno, and Cody Pennebecker due up for Bear Creek. Oh, Alan Salgado will get on base the hard way. But the exact same as last inning, as he leads off. Well, kind of threw his arms out. Not much of an argument there from the Sandlot. I don't take Salgado as the kind of guy who would do that on purpose. I think he was trying to get away and it caught him. Because most guys who can hit like he does, they do not want. He was starting to swing, yeah. Starting his swing and couldn't get his arms out of the way. I would say that's a good non-call. Big game for David Galeno, as a lot of them usually are for him. Home run, a single, a couple of runs scored. Dynamic shortstop from Venezuela. I mean, just think about the middle infielders from Venezuela. Angel Adames, who's just lights out at second base. I think back to the group stage in Mexico in 2024, where Venezuela qualified for the World Cup, and just the defense up the middle, Galeno and Adames, just fun to watch. That was in under his hands as well. And Galeno will reach on the walk, and here comes Bear Creek again. First two batters are aboard.
Third baseman number 10, Cody Panabecker.
And while I feel that Eric Chaparro was a formidable challenge for Bear Creek, Julian Fernandez may not be at that same level, and I think the Express might smell a little bit of blood in the water here. Panabecker aboard on catcher's interference last time around in what was a tough stretch for Kyle O'Shell. He took a foul ball right off the inside of his leg and then a bat right to his left hand. So the question here now is, do you let Panabecker hit away, or do you try and manufacture a run? You're at the bottom of the order. You've already hit for Jack Burt once. I think you let him swing here, but no. We'll try the bunt. Salgado, the runner, at second. Galeno at first. Really interesting dichotomy from the last tournament I was at to this one, in an area that you might not think about. So we were in Lima, Peru a couple of weeks ago for the Women's Softball World Cup group stage. And when it starts to get dark in Lima, it gets dark in about 15 minutes. It goes from light to dark like somebody flips a switch. It's been getting dark here in South Bend for about 2.5 hours. And we're still a ways away. Panabecker will watch that one outside and low. By the way, completely off topic, but if you do have a chance to visit Lima, Peru, I highly recommend it. Had a wonderful time. That's inside on Panabecker. And Fernandez struggling with the strike zone. Flied out to short left field. Coming on and making the play for the first out. And by the way, that is our new left fielder out there. Of course, after Fernandez came into pitch, Luke Helm gets his first action. So the runners will remain at first and second, and it will be Jack Burt, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Foul down the left side. So Fernandez gets the ball back, and we will get back underway. Burt swings through it. Yusuf Davis on deck with just 1 out right now here in the bottom of the 5th. And Burt goes down on strikes. For the second time in this game. And after allowing the first 2 to reach, Julian Fernandez has retired the next 2 batters he's faced. Not a whole lot of movement on that one, but a good spot. Burt couldn't reach it. So Yusuf struck out last inning. This is his first look at Julian Fernandez. They go back to the changeup. And if you remember, Eric Chaparro threw him a bunch. If I'm Yusuf, I'm sitting changeup right now until I get another one. Quickly 0-2. That was a good spot from Julian Fernandez. Hard to let that one go if you're Davis. Skied on the right side. Coming over and calling off out is Gaiman, and he will make the play. So the first 2 reached, the next 3 retired by Julian Fernandez as he gets Yusuf Davis on an outside rise ball to pop up for the 3rd out. We're off to the 6th inning. It will be the top of the order for the Sandlot Merchants. Andre Hoover will lead things off.
For SANDLOT, top of the 6th, number 11, Andre Hoover.
4th trip for Andre Hoover. A pop-up, a line out, and a walk on his ledger. He was the first batter to face Carlos Parra back in the 4th. Just low for ball 2. Hoover is seeing Parra well. Oh! And I felt that one. Normally I don't react, but there was nowhere for Hoover to go on that pitch. Where does it hit him? Oh, on the elbow. Ah. Well, any way at all, right? Leadoff guy is aboard for the Sandlot Merchants. Zachary Shirk has had a good day. He's been aboard all 3 times. Couple of hits and a walk, scored a run. Runner goes, and Hoover's in safe. The ball goes into center field, but he can't get up and go in time. Good cover by Yusuf Davis. And Andre Hoover wastes no time getting himself into scoring position. I tell you what, one of the things that I love about this Sandlot Merchants team is they are playing with ruthless aggression here. So Shirk with a runner on second. Nobody out, and this is to the screen. So Carlos Parra, who had looked so good, is now losing it a little bit. A hit batter, a stolen base, a wild pitch. And the Sandlot Merchants have the go-ahead run at third, and I think that was a bit of a cross-up between Jack Burt and Carlos Parra with the runner on second. Infield is in. And that pitch is low. 3-0 on Shirk. Shirk will swing through it. Kind of non-committal. Didn't stay in on that pitch. So it was 3 and, pardon me, the count I had wrong. 2 strikes on Shirk. Check swing again. The count is full. That I can't confirm. On the ground to third. They're going to come home with it. The runner was off. Hoover now caught in a rundown. Shirk will go to second, but good defense by Bear Creek, and maybe the aggression ends up costing the Sandlot Merchants right there. Hard ground ball. The ball was in front of Hoover. Conventional softball wisdom will tell you to stay in that situation. But he runs himself into the out, albeit gives Shirk enough time to get around to second. And now it still will be a runner in scoring position for Ryan Sheffer.
Third baseman number 22, Ryan Sheffer.
He does already have an RBI single tonight. That came way back in the first. And he's got to hit the right field. Coming on is Bichel. Throw to the plate is in time. And the Sandlot Merchants have run into 2 outs at home plate this inning. Shirk doesn't get the best jump off of second, and Bichel one-hops it to Burt. Nice throw, nice grab, nice tag. And the game remains tied. Call that a 9-2 put out for the second out. Here's Kyle O'Shell. Chases the first pitch off the plate for a strike, and with the swing path of O'Shell, I have a feeling that Burt and Para will continue to work him outside. They do, but O'Shell leaves it out there. Para thinks it was a strike. O'Shell comes up empty. One and two, the count on O'Shell, the catcher. Rise ball up and outside. Sheffer, the runner at first, reached on a single. O'Shell gets a piece. That goes hard off the pipe on the backstop. And right back to Carlos Para. Day one of the 2026 USA Softball Men's Major National Championship. South Bend, Indiana. He's played host of this event on numerous occasions. Strike three called, and O'Shell goes down looking. Carlos Para, with the help of his defense, works around a tough inning, highlighted by this Callum Bichel dart from right field. Jack Burt takes it on a hop and lays the tag on Zach Shirk to get out of the inning. Off to the bottom of the sixth, and it will be the top of the order coming to the plate for the Bear Creek Express. So we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Callum Bichel will lead things off. He had an RBI single in his last at-bat.
First up, leadoff hitter number 27.
And then he erased a run on the other side. I believe they call that one a defensive run saved. We don't have the depth of statistics here that they have in some of the major leagues. So I'm not sure what Callum Bichel's WAR would be, but it's pretty good here tonight as he fouls this one away on the right side. Chris Abbott here with you on a Friday evening in South Bend, Indiana. I guess it's night now as we're after 9 o'clock local. On the ground out to short. Nolt across the diamond, and Bichel's retired for the first out. Ryan Nolt, good hands out at shortstop all night. Julian Fernandez came on in relief back in the 4th inning. And is now on his 2nd turn through the order. The first time that he saw Yusuke Morita. Morita slashed a double to the right, excuse me, a single to the left side of the field, and Morita's 1 for 3 tonight. Morita also bats 2nd for the Japanese national team. If you haven't had a chance to watch Japan play on the international stage, man, they are fun. Their under-23 team just won the World Cup for the first time. That was a tournament in Colombia earlier this year. I was fortunate enough to be on hand, as well as producer Jaime, who's here next to me today. He was there with me then. Morita skies this out to right. Hoover's tracking back. He's got room and makes the catch about 7 feet inside the line for the 2nd out. Morita turns on that rise ball. That's the swing I was talking about from him earlier. And then we see the catch by Hoover in the outfield. So Ty Sebastian, after Julian Fernandez, excuse me, gets the first 2 outs. Just thinking about Juan Fala out in center field, who's had a quiet night defensively, as most of the play has been to the corners. Sebastian takes that one up just a touch. 5 in a row retired now by Julian Fernandez. Looking to make it 6 to end the 6th. Strike on the inner half. And Sebastian will turn on one and have a 2-out single into left. His first hit of the game, 2nd time he's reached. And Fernandez, I think, is lucky that that was only a single.
Next up,
as it was a little bit flat.
The cleanup hitter, number 3, Luger Pinto.
Luigi Pinto will step in. Pinto's been up with a chance to produce some runs tonight. Unable so far, he's 0 for 3. You've just seen Ty Sebastian take off over to the dugout. He will head back after the defensive conference. Thought for a moment they might be running for Sebastian. But just a bit of a conference maybe to talk about what they're seeing from Julian Fernandez on the mound. So Pinto will step in. Fernandez struck him out last time. Won't strike him out this time as it's into shallow center, and diving for it is Vala. He won't come up with it, and Sebastian coming around into 3rd now with a limp, and Ty Sebastian may be hurt. As he was coming towards 3rd, he slowed down. Here's the replay. Pinto reaches out over the plate. Now watch Sebastian. He's coming into 3rd. They were going to send him, and then he comes up limping. And it looks like he's going to stay in the game over at 3rd.
Next up, the number 5 hitter, Number 24, designated player, Alan Salgado.
Salgado walked, hit by a pitch tonight. And he has a chance to give Bear Creek its first lead. Salgado gets under it. Out to left. Helm will make the play and end the threat. A back and forth game all night, and we are off to the 7th inning, tied at 5. Between the Bear Creek Express and the Sandlot Merchants. It will be the center fielder Juan Vala leading things off. Vala got away with missing the dive last inning.
Leading off for the Merchants will be number 13, Juan Vala.
Vala was quite lucky that Sebastian hit the brakes coming into third, and good to see that Ty Sebastian still in the game out at second base. So whatever it was, couldn't be too serious. Just hindered him momentarily. Vala's 0 for 3. In his first at-bat against Carlos Parra, he went down swinging. Took a good swing at this one. Fall down in the count. And never close was Vala. And Carlos Parra has a hard drop ball. It's even harder to hit at dusk underneath those lights. Yeah, never close Vala on that
Now
pitch.
batting number 27, Julian Fernandez.
Julian Fernandez, pitcher now after starting the game in left field, and his second at-bat since becoming pitcher. He struck out the first time. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI single and a run scored. Carlos Parra, the 4th pitcher of the game for Bear Creek, and he's the one that's come in and settled things down. Ty Sebastian started, gave up 4 runs. Liam Potts came in and only faced 1 batter due to what we will call a hiccup in the substitution management for Bear Creek. Then Dustin Veenhoef came in, and he was good before giving way to Carlos Parra in the 4th. Not the way the Bear Creek Express drew this one up. And if I'm looking into the future, I would imagine, should they win this game, that Liam Potts will get the start in the next one, because We're in a 2.5-hour ball game right now, and Bear Creek will get the amount of time that it takes to reset the field before they have to play again. Now, these teams play doubleheaders all the time. That's not a problem. This has been a long one, and they have a stiff test waiting for them if they can get past this scrappy Sandlot Merchants team. Been talking a lot about the winner of this game. Well, what happens to the loser? It is a double knockout tournament. So this is Game 7. The loser of Game 7 will play the Pueblo Bandits tomorrow morning on this ball field at 9 a.m. Pueblo lost their first game today, and they haven't played since. They were the first entrant into the losers bracket. Been mostly winners bracket play all day. In fact, we haven't had any losers bracket games yet. Swing and a miss. Down goes Fernandez. Seven strikeouts in relief. Now Carlos Parra, again, that rise ball. Fernandez kind of looks out at him like, eh.
Brings up number 20, Dustin Houts.
Dustin Houts is 1 for 3. Drop ball outside corner, Parra getting ahead. So the losers bracket will get underway tomorrow morning. Winners bracket play after the next game will not continue until later tomorrow night. So lots of softball to be played with teams on their face tomorrow. Strike 2, that's called a swing at the plate on Houts. And I've mentioned it a couple of times, but we have significant rainfall in the forecast. We're hoping for a miracle that either the band of weather misses us or the weatherman is playing a cruel joke. Houts goes down swinging. Carlos Parra strikes out the side in the top of the 7th and sets his team up for a chance to walk it off in the bottom. This time, it's another rise ball. And Parra, as advertised here in South Bend. David Galeno will lead things off for the Bear Creek Express in the bottom of the 7th inning. Galeno had a monster home run.
Leading off for the Express, number 9,
He'll be
David
followed by
Galeno.
Cody Panabecker, and Jack Burt is due up third. Galeno has reached all 3 times, a home run, a single, and a walk. And he'll take strike 1 at the knees on the outside corner. The Sandlot Merchants have a little more magic, or is Bear Creek going to escape with a win? Regardless of how this one plays out, the Sandlot Merchants have earned a ton of respect by everyone at this ballpark and softball fans watching around the world. Galeno sends it high and deep out to left center field. Caught on the track for the first out. David Galeno trying to walk this one off. But out there and left, Luke Helm, who came on as a defensive replacement, getting the job done.
Pannebecker.
So allowed out, and it's Cody Pannebecker stepping in. Nice spot by Julian Fernandez to get ahead. A walk, catcher's interference, and a flyout. And another good spot from Julian Fernandez. Throw it there all night. The 0-2 is low and away. Here's the 1-2. Strike three called, and a masterclass in that at-bat from Julian Fernandez, as he hit his spots very well, moving the ball around the zone. And there's two away here in the bottom of the seventh.
Next up, number 12, Jack Burt.
I'll bring Jack Burke to the plate. He's struck out both times he's come up. And take strike one. In his spot, Tyrone Bartorillo had an RBI ground out. Just outside. That one misses as well. Two and one the count on the Express catcher. 2-2. Julian Fernandez looking to send this game to extras. Just missed. A little bit low. But Fernandez is doing a real nice job of moving the ball around the zone, not catching too much of the plate this inning. Shakes off a couple and then steps off. 3-2, 2 outs. He knows what he wants to throw. I got a feeling it's going to be a outside rise ball. They come inside. He ends up throwing an outside rise ball, but it is a walk. Jack Burt is aboard. The winning run. And we will get a runner for Burt.
Brings up the number 9 hitter for the Express, number 28, Yusuf Davis.
And it's pretty nice when you can go to your bench and have Ryuji Okawa, the starting shortstop for the Japanese national team, pinch run for you. That is an embarrassment of riches. So Yusuf Davis with Okawa, the runner at first. Plenty of speed. Wouldn't be surprised to see him on the move. And try to get up into scoring position for Yusuf. He is on the move, and that throw is going to sail into center field. Okawa was going to think about getting up to run. Obstruction is called. He will be given second base. So we'll take another look. The throw from O'Shell right out of his hand started to sail. And Okawa moves into scoring position. It's tangled up. And they called obstruction on the fake tag, not the collision, because that's what kept him from getting up. So Yusuf Davis, a chance to be the hero. Okawa, the runner at second, represents the game-winning run. Davis swings through it. Two and two, the count on Yusuf Davis. He sends this one into short left field. This is going to be a tough play. And making the over-the-shoulder grab is Ryan Nolt to end the threat. For the second time today, the Sandlot Merchants will go to extra innings. The first time, they walked it off. What will happen in the night game? We're going to go to the top of the eighth. Due up for the Sandlot, Nolt, Gaiman, and Hoover.
Going into the eighth inning, free softball brings up number 12, Ryan Holt.
So Ryan Nolt will lead things off in the top of the eighth inning. Facing Carlos Parra. Shows bunt. And it's a swing for strike one. Nolt is 0 for 2, reached on a walk in his last at-bat. Takes strike two. Three pitches, down goes Nolt swinging. That is 5 strikeouts in a row for Carlos Parra.
That'll bring up number 20, Dustin Houts.
So Elias Gaiman, the number 9 hitter. Five strikeouts in a row. Very impressive. 9 total. Make that 10 for Para. Gaiman has walked, singled, scored a run. Tries to get a bunt down, loses his footing. And swings out at first strike. Carlos Para. They're going to send the runner down to first in case he was judged to have swung. It wasn't called a strike at the plate. They're going to check and say, no, he didn't swing. So that will just go as a ball. All that excitement for nothing. So Gaiman will get another pitch. The 2-2. Checks the swing again, and the count is full. Fouled away. By the way, an update to everybody who's watching. Whoever wins this game, they're currently getting the other diamond ready. So the winners will grab their gear, head over to the other field, and start the game against Bear Creek Gremlins with a minimal break. That's good if you're a viewer. You can just head on over to the other stream. Tough one for whoever wins this game. 11 strikeouts, 6 in a row by Carlos Para. That's pretty good for a full game. He came on in the 4th inning. One more rise ball from Carlos Para. It's been a problem. Andre Hoover will come up for the 5th time tonight, and he's down no balls and a strike. Hoover's 0 for 2, walked and hit by a pitch. He's got a stolen base as well. And drawing the dots, believe he's the team sponsor. That takes a piece out of Jack Burt. Not sure exactly where it got him. On the hand, I believe. Right here. Oh no. Oh, on that free hand. Oh gosh, I hope he's okay. That's not good. And the training staff is out to look at Jack Burt. He says he's okay, and trust me, you would know if your hand was broken. He's able to make a fist. He's certainly going to have a bruise on there. And the count's 0-2. Tough guy, Jack Burt. All right, points for you, sir. Going to check down at third. He did not go. So for the time being, Hoover still alive with a 1-2 count. And the rain that we've been talking about has, I believe, started to fall. We've seen some people scrambling, some umbrellas put up. Not coming down hard at this point. Another strikeout. Carlos Para has struck out the side for the 2nd consecutive inning. He has now struck out 7 in a row, 12 overall. Have yourself a night, young fella. Most of them have been on the rise ball. This one's on the drop. Hoover goes down swinging. Top of the order coming up for Bear Creek as they try to end it in the bottom. So it will be Callum Bichel leading things off. He's 2 for 4. As my scorebook is starting to look like my high school books did, taking notes and doodling all over
Top
it.
of the order.
It's getting hard to make sense of what's going on. Now, I may have just dated myself. I don't even know if people take notes in school anymore. Somebody write in on the chat. Let me know what you guys do. Bichel pops it up. Way up. And Sheffer will bring it in for the first out. Seen a couple of those major league pop-ups here today. And if you've ever tried to camp under one of them when the winds are swirling, maybe a little bit of rain coming down, not easy.
Number 19.
And there's definitely rain coming down. You can see it on our cameras there, especially in the top right of your screen. So it'll be Yusuke Morita. First pitch is outside for a ball. That's a good spot for Julian Fernandez on the outside corner. Change up. Morita's going to send this one out into short center field. He was looking at second, but will hold up at first with his second single of the game. And coming into the tough part of the order for the Express, can Julian Fernandez work his way through it one more time?
Number 8, Ty Sebastian.
Now the ball is getting a little bit wet after it hits the grass, so they'll swap it out. Can Ty Sebastian play hero? It would be a nice way to end this game for him after a tough start on the mound. Well, he tried to end it right there. Saw a rise ball in the zone. Tried to put it out in the parking lot here at the Bayer softball complex. You see that bus out there in the back? Maybe taking a window out of that. That's the Hill United charter. Flared foul down the first base side. Julian Fernandez has come in and stemmed the tide pretty well. The last runs in this game were scored in the 4th inning. That's on either side. Time call. I think they're just trying to make sure they got the count correct. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. dirt, and the count is now even on Ty Sebastian. Bicho led off the inning with a pop-up, then Morita singled. 1 on and 1 down. Ty Sebastian calls time. May have had a bit of water dripping off his helmet. Sebastian swings through it for strike 3. It does get away from O'Shell. So the runner will move down to second on the strikeout. And there's 2 away. And that brings Luigi Pinto to the plate.
That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Luigi Pinto.
That one looked like
Number
a foul ball often looks, but not the case. And now we're going to get time called. And it's a matter of if you want to face Luigi Pinto or if you want to put him on and face Salgado to put the force on. And I got a feeling that's what this conversation is about. And now the entire infield's going to come over and get in on it. So can Julian Fernandez work his way out of this yet again? The weather is becoming an issue. Pinto drying off the bat with his ball pants. They are going to pitch to him, it seems. Singled last time, flared one out over the infield, had to reach for an outside pitch. Another outside pitch, but this is well outside, and he takes it for a ball. Pinto skies it. Houts under it and makes the catch. So Bear Creek will get a runner on and over to second, but that's it. We are off to the 9th inning. The 2-3-4 hitters will come up for the Sandlot Merchants. It'll be the 2-3-4 hitters for the Sandlot Merchants. As the rain continues to fall here in South Bend, we're in the top of the 9th inning.
First up, number 24, Zach Shirk.
Carlos Parra has 12 strikeouts, including 7 in a row. And he has been vintage Carlos Parra since the 5th inning. Came on in the 4th. Took him a little bit to get loose, walking the first 2 batters. Then he induced a ground out, struck out 4 in a row, walked 1, struck somebody else out, hit a batter, fielder's choice, single, and then it's been all strikeouts since. Shirk takes that one low for a ball. We got some diehards with the umbrellas. A couple of overhangs on the first and third base side. The people are congregating underneath. You can see our cameras wrapped in plastic behind the plate. That Parra rise ball is jumping here this evening. And that's ripped but foul down the left field line. Good to see Jack Burt still behind the plate as well after taking that foul ball off the right hand. You know, he still had the adrenaline going during the at-bat, but after going in, sitting down for an inning, I would imagine he stuck it in a bucket of ice. Reminds me of a time I broke my hand playing. I came in and stuck it in the old school Coleman water jugs we used to get, not thinking that it might swell up if it was broken, and then I couldn't get it out. Not even kidding you. That was a long time ago. And if anyone remembers the old Coleman jugs softball teams used to have, you'd take the lid off and fill it up with water, and we'd all drink out of it and share it. Don't think that'd fly today. We've passed 3 hours in this game, and let me tell you something, folks, 3 hours is an awful long time to be sitting here talking to yourself. Lots of respect for Vin Scully. Swing and a miss, another strikeout on the rise ball, Carlos Parra.
Next up for the Merchants, number 22, Ryan Shaman.
And if he's able to strike out Ryan Sheffer, that will be 8 in a row through the lineup, which would be amazing. Excuse me, it would be 9 in a row through the lineup, like the entire lineup. It started with O'Shell back in the 6th. Then he went Vala, Fernandez, Houts in the 7th. Nolt, Gaiman, Hoover in the 8th, and Shirk to start this inning. And Sheffer's nowhere close to that pitch. Sheffer has the last hit against Parra. In fact, it's the only hit that Carlos Parra has allowed. Yeah, that was the play where Callum Bichel threw out the runner at home. That's up for a ball. Upstairs again. And Parra has fallen behind on Sheffer. 3 balls and a strike. Sheffer, I think he decided he was swinging at that pitch no matter where it was. Might have been ball 4. And now the count is full. I'll tell you this, Carlos Parra doesn't need you to help him on the mound. Strike 3 called, and Carlos Parra has struck out the entire order in order. 19 years old. He's still got 20 years of this stuff. So here's Kyle O'Shell.
Next up, number 18, Kyle O'Shell.
Oh, that hit Jack Burt again. And he reached for the hand right away. I'm not sure if that's where it got him, but Jack, there's nobody on base. Keep it behind your back. He did. At least he took some of the sting out by touching it with the glove. Oh, man. 1-0 on the catcher, Kyle O'Shell. 0 for 2 with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. On the ground out to Sebastian, and that'll break up the strikeout streak, but that will not break up the inning. 10 in a row sat down by Carlos Parra. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. One more chance for Bear Creek to end it. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up for the Bear Creek Express here in the bottom of the 9th. Salgado, Galeno, and Panabecker, excuse me. Salgado is 0 for 2, walk, hit by pitch, and a run scored. Salgado lifts this high out to left. Heading back is Hellman. He's going to watch it go. A walk-off home run by Alan Salgado brings this game to an end. The Bear Creek Express come from down 4 runs and down 5-2. They win it 6-5 on a walk-off shot by U.S. National Men's Team member Alan Salgado. He gets a spinner in the zone and makes no mistake. Sends it deep into the South Bend evening. What a game. What a day we've had here in South Bend on day 1. The reward for the Bear Creek Express? They got to grab their bags, head over to the other diamond, and meet their brothers, the Bear Creek Gremlins. Carlos Parra is the winning pitcher. I'm going to grab my stuff and head over to that field too. I'll meet you there soon, hey? What do you think? Let's play one more here in South Bend.